Top 3 questions I get asked on this channel. What does the Amazon Relay load board look like? How do I book loads? And when I book those loads, how do I stay so local? These are the relay rates for Thursday, March 14th.
Let's get into those SoCal relay rates.
All right, coming to you from a rainy Southern California day. It's kind of a rarity around here. Switching this one up a little bit. Still going to look at, as far as chapters go, still going to look at like recommended up front. We'll take a look at 53, we'll look at 26, and then we'll check out spot capacity. Where I'm going to switch this one up a little bit, got a great recommendation. Hotbox Trucking suggested, you know, what if you include like another city? And I said, I love that idea. I mean, it makes for a longer video, which I try to stay away from, but it also allows you, the person I'm making these videos for, to be like a little bit more involved. So gonna look at Austin, Texas on their recommendation. Thank you, Hotbox Trucking, for that. Sometimes people inspire me in different ways, and that was a great suggestion. I'm going to do that. If you would like for me to cover your city in one of these, treat me like I'm stupid and say, hey, I want to see this in relay rates. If you leave me a comment like this, I'm going to think you want a load board, and that's what I'm going to do for you. So please just say, like, you know, hey, I would love to see this in relay rates. It's hard for me to say all of a sudden. Or, hey, you know, I'd like to see this in long format. But just be sure and just let me know a city. We'll check out the 53 and 26 foot equipment of that. But enough of that. Let's jump into this load board here. Let's see here. Recommended for today. All right. So recommended. They've got a 1 pick, 2 stops, ending up in Paris. Total of 3, $2.19 a mile. Leaving here at Friday 3:15 in the morning. Here's a 1 pick, 1 stop, 53 foot equipment going over to Phoenix, $1.92 a mile. 53 foot trailer provided, or I apologize, trailer required. That little R right there, the difference in the R and the P means provided, R means required. So trailer required. So somebody who has their own trailer out there could get $2.90 a mile going from Redlands up to Stockton. Let's see here, oh, I'm sorry, I saw the R. 26 foot, obviously, that's going to be equipment required. Here's Sand 5, 3 total stops, $3.10 a mile, ending up at, I'm willing to bet these are all post offices, so you're going to start down in Sand 5, going to head up to Valley Center, and then finally end at Bernardo Center. That was, what, $3.10 a mile, $2.52 payout. Here's a big trip, Buena Park, ending up in Republic, Missouri. Trailer provided, 53 foot. When you don't see a little Amazon, or when you see the Amazon code on there, that means you're stopping at an Amazon site. When it just says a city like that, that means you're going to a third-party site. So I'm willing to bet you're probably picking up a empty at LAX 5. Yep, circle not filled in is empty. Taking that empty trailer to a facility in Los Angeles, and then at Los Angeles, they're gonna load it. They did provide the weight. They don't always do this. They say this one's gonna be 8,000 pounds. And then taking that trailer and dropping it off at a place in Missouri. Let's see here, Fontana to Vegas, trailer provided, 1 pick, 3 stops, $2.33 a mile. City of Industry to Vegas, 4 total stops, $2.38 a mile. Vista to Shafter, $661 payout, 4 stops, $2.21 a mile. Let's see about, these are all 53. I like to include those 26 foot ones in here. Not a lot of those. Forgot to turn this phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't want somebody to call me right now and interrupt this recording. All right, let's jump into those 53s here. Let's see, I have a save search for that. Let's look at everything leaving Otay that is power only today. 23 loads on the board. I like to take a look, and this is, I don't know whose relevance this is, maybe Amazon's relevance. Let's turn this around to like start date nearest. So soonest to leave is tonight, 10:26. Vista up to Rialto, 4 stops, $2.93. Vista, 4 stops ending in Oxnard, $2.70. Vista, 4 stops. So a lot of stuff in Vista. Let's see if those trailers up in Vista are loaded or empty. Yeah, that one's empty. Vista to Eastvale. Going from Vista C&05 is Chino. That one's empty. So yeah, they just probably have an excess of Vista trailers and found a way to kind of bundle those together into an existing trip. I always forget to turn that auto refresh off. Let's just see. Other thing I like to look at is, let's look at like price per distance highest. So right now, price per distance highest, $12.30 Poway, 4 stops ending in Paris, $2.98 a mile for a $4.46 payout. Another Poway 4 stops ending in Riverside. Let's just see if these Poway trailers are empty. Yep, they are. Oh, and look at that. They have you going from Poway to San 5 to TIJ 5. Now, even though that one's TIJ 5 and it sounds like an Amazon code, that's actually a third-party site. It's just one of those things you kind of got to mess around and find out with. But yeah, TIJ 5 for sure is a third-party site. A quick one, I will add. Most of the time. They take lunch from 1 to 2. I got hung up on that one. You show up there before 2 in the morning, they will, let's see what time they have you getting there. Oh yeah, 1:59. So yeah, you get there any time before 2, you're gonna be waiting until 2 when they open up, and then it becomes first come, first serve. DSD 5, 2 Rialto, we saw that one. So not the best of rates. I was kind of hopeful this last week, kind of saw a bump in rates in San Diego. Not really. This is kind of like typical 2024 Amazon right now. Not really the best of rates. Let's take a look at those box trucks. I have a save search for that, SD box truck. And see here. So, sort this again by start date nearest. Soonest load to leave here at 2 in the afternoon on a Thursday is tonight at 8. So that is, what, like 6 hours? Yeah, 6 hours. I always struggle with military time still. 6 hours from now, they've got a San 3 ending up at DCX2. What stands out to me on that one is these are both Amazon facilities. Usually these 26-foot box trucks, they have you go into like multiple post office locations. I'm willing to bet, never been to a post office in a box truck, but I'm willing to bet that an Amazon site will get you in and out of there quick. Here's another one, San 5, ending up at 3 stops. I think we saw this on recommended. This starts at San 5, ending up at Valley Center, Bernardo Center. Willing to bet both of those addresses are post office locations. San Diego going out to Indio, 4 stops. They've got you going from San 5 to La Quinta, over to Coachella, and then in Indio. I've checked on this before. Usually with the box trucks, if you end up in those desert communities, the closest place, I'm not saying time would work, but the closest place to get a connecting load is out of Beaumont. San Diego, 6 stops, ending up in Palma Valley, I'm betting. Yeah, Palma Valley. Starting at San 5, going to my hometown of El Cajon, Lexington. I know that address. That Lexington address for sure is a post office. Then shooting up to Carlsbad, back down to Lemon Grove, to San Diego, and then Palma Valley. So that was $1.92 a mile. Let's just see what top money is for box trucks. Price per distance highest. So I mean, $3.35 a mile. San Diego ending up in Ramona at 2:40 in the morning. On Saturday. Friday, tomorrow, San 5, $3.11 a mile, ending up in San Diego for $3.11. San Diego ending up in Jamul, $2.92 a mile, $2.68 payout. And then San Diego ending up in Warner Springs, 6 stops, $2.88 a mile. San Diego ending in Lake Forest, 1 pick, total of 5 stops, including that 1 pick. They got you started at San 5, heading up to Dana Point, over to Laguna Niguel, to Rancho Santa Margarita, and then to Lake Forest, California. So, I mean, I don't own a box truck. I include them in here for completeness, but I would like, as always, I'd love to see those rates be higher. Let's check in on spot capacity. Spot capacity, 226 in the morning. Today, I got this one. This is for a box truck. San 5 ending up in Laguna Niguel. 1 pick, 2 stops, 93 miles, $392. This is your one and only time to negotiate a higher rate with Amazon. Everything else is either take it or leave it. You respond back to the spot capacity. It's your opportunity to say, hey, I like your price, but I'll do it for this. 2:07 in the morning. They had a San 5. This looks like the same one. Yeah, ending up in Laguna Niguel, 450. What was the rate on that other one? 392. So unless they had 2 loads, it seems strange to me that at 2:07 they were offering more money than they were at 2:26. Usually those are reversed. It's like I can see at 2:07 they send out the one for $300 and some odd dollars, and then 20 minutes later offering $50 more. It's probably 2 loads is my guess. 158, 26-foot box truck. San Diego ending up in San Clemente. 1 pick, 1 drop. I like that. Not a lot of stops. 115 miles for $450. And then we get into some 53s. They had a 53 leaving XCA2, ending up in Manteca. It was 1 pick, 2 stops, 2 drops, 369 miles for $7.99. I've been getting a ton of 26-foot spot capacity. Since Amazon started enforcing that clean truck check here in California, a lot of people have not been able to bring their box trucks here, and the business has gone up for those. I'm not saying it's a good time to go get a box truck, but it definitely, I've been getting way more 26-foot spot capacity than I have for 53. And here is a strange one. I don't usually get these out. This is actually, you know, this is perfect. This is going to tie into Austin in a minute. To get spot capacity, you have to have booked a load within that market. So obviously I get a lot of San Diego, Southern California, places I've been and booked loads. I rarely get spot capacity for places that I have never been to. Here's one that I got probably by mistake. This was, I'm gonna butcher this, Pflugerville, Texas. Pflugerville, Texas. Hopefully I'm close. Heading to San Antonio, Texas. 1 pick, 2 drops, $138.50. They were offering $4.75. So just by happenstance, I got one for Texas, and I'm gonna do Texas next. And then let's see here, 53 San Diego. This was San Diego ending up in Tucson, Arizona. 1 pick, 2 drops, $433. They were offering $10.50. So let's check with that Hotbox Trucking. They suggested let's take a look at some other locations, and I'm gonna do, every time I do one of these relay rates, I'll throw one of these in here. So this one's for you. Let's take a look at Austin, Texas. Austin, I love that Texas doesn't come up first. Austin, Texas, box truck. Let's just be sure we got, yep, all box trucks, 16 and 26. Within 75 miles. Right now there's only 1 load on the board. Kyle, Texas, 4 total stops going from, you can see me accidentally book this. Would that ruin my day? Let's see here. Kyle, Texas, going to Giddings, Texas. I'm assuming 279 East Austin Street is a post office. Then heading to Lexington, Texas. Betting that's a post office, and then to Hearn, Texas. Let's expand that radius out just a little bit. Let's go to 100. Now there's 4 loads. So that's the Kyle one we just saw. San Antonio says it is 77.75 miles away, $1.81 a mile, 1 pick, 2 stops, starting at SAT 5, ending at 1 North Abe Street, San Angelo, Texas. San Antonio going to miles, let's see here, Menard, Texas, and then ending in Miles, Texas. And then last but not least, $1.55 a mile, SAT 5, going to San Angelo, going to another location in San Angelo. So it looks like most of these box truck things either are picking up at this AUS 5, which is at 2575 Kohler's Crossing, Kyle, Texas, or picking up at SAT 5, which is located at 1410 South Callahan Road, San Antonio, Texas. That's for box trucks. In case you were looking for 53-foot equipment, let's put that in there. Let's say power only, take out box trucks. What kind of trailers? Say I'll take anything, apply that. Okay, and same type of thing here. Let's actually, I'm happy with that at price per distance. Price per distance highest right now, SAT 2 going to that Pflugerville. Let me know if I said that right. SAT 2 San Marcos, Texas, going to Austin, Texas, and then ending up in my favorite word of the day, Pflugerville, Texas, for $4.54 a mile, $2.76 payout. Next up, SAT 2 going to AUS 2, I'm betting is Austin. No, AUS 2 is Pflugerville. Going from Pflugerville to Round Rock, Texas, and then going from Round Rock, Texas, back to Pflugerville. So I'm gonna have to look up Pflugerville. I'm curious now. $3.43 a mile, one pick, 4 stops, San Antonio to San Antonio. It starts there, ends there. There's gonna be some stops in the middle, $2.20 a mile. Here's $522.98 payout going from Austin to Richmond, Texas. Now that's price per distance highest. Let's just say if I were there right now, start time nearest, which one starts the soonest? Here's one that starts at 8, or no, that's 10:30 tonight. $3.94 payout, $2.49 a mile, going from Round Rock, Texas to Katy, Texas. Here's one that starts 11:52 tonight, $2.39 a mile, going $4.56 total payout. Looks like it starts at San Antonio, ends up in Richmond, Texas. Here's another one, San Antonio, ending up in Richmond. $1.54 a mile. I wish I got more spot capacity for these things so that I could kind of give you a better idea of what, you know, spot capacity, in my opinion, in 2024, spot capacity has made up probably 90% of the money I've made from Amazon. Let's just see payout highest as far as Texas goes. Highest payout, and this is typical anywhere. Yeah, it's a big number amount. You make $3,163, but you make that at $1.55 a mile. Next one down, $2,912, but you make that at $1.41 a mile. I feel like the niche within Amazon is kind of staying within about 100, maybe 250 miles and just doing these short hops rather than doing these big trips. But Hotbox Trucking, I appreciate the idea. You want to see your city on one of these? Let me know. Please treat me like I'm stupid. Say, put it in there. I want to see it as long format. I want to see it as relay rates. Please don't put 53-foot San Diego, because I'm going to make you a load board video.